Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Sousou no Frieren episode number 24 reaction. Okay, before I begin, no subtitles today because of a few complications a few of my videos are going through, so I'm not going to be posting the subtitles. I'll resume it later in the future again, but for today's video, again, no subtitles. The timer will be provided, sync it to the original video, and yeah, that's, I'm pretty sure that's how everyone usually does it, so I just wanted to mention it. All right. The previous episode was the beginning of the second test, and this test is a fairly easy test. You just have to go into a dungeon and conquer it. This dungeon is a bit difficult, and the teacher who is in charge of this, Zenze, she also gave us like a method to save ourselves and get out if there's any problem. She gave us a golem, and if we are in some kind of trouble, we have to break the vial of the golem. The golem will come out and help us out. So like, so that we can minimize the damage and the people who, so that they don't lose their life. So that's that, and she's going to join us. All we have to do is just go to the deepest most chamber, and everyone can pass this test like this. It's a fairly easy test but obviously nobody can trust each other, so everyone goes on their own way, makes little groups, and that's how it happens. Zenze joins Frieren's group, that is Frieren and Fern, and we are off. And we get to see a few things. We get to see the how difficult this dungeon is. It's pretty difficult, but if you're in trouble, just break the vial. The golem will come out and just save you. And yeah, it's going well for everyone, or at least the people who are there, and who hasn't forfeited. It's going well for them. However, disaster strikes when in the end we get to see that because of the dungeon, the people who are in there, the dungeon is using their clones, or like like kind of stuff, like I don't know, like golems or whatever, that look like them, to attack. And one of them is Frieren, which is being like, which Denken's team is facing. So this is going to be crazy because Frieren's clone is, yeah, everyone knows how strong Frieren is. So this will be a tough battle. However, there's five of them. So I think five. Wait, one, two, three. No, four of them. Four of them. So let's see if they're able to properly counter Frieren's clone. But yeah, let us see what happens in today's episode number 24. I'll be putting the timer over here, sync the timer to the original video, and yeah, let us begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. Huh. And then we have Frieren. Yep. Can you deal with that too? It'll be difficult, but Hmm. Right. Hmm. Hmm. A perfect replica. That is concerning because we know how strong Frieren is. Okay. They just. Oh, I see. That's how they're able to make the clones. Right. Hmm. Oh yeah, we saw that before. I see. That is crazy. Who is this person? The ruins of the king's tomb. Ah, that's why. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. I wonder which opponent Frieren's group will face because obviously Frieren's clone is here, so we won't be facing them. That. Oh, good God. Right. Hmm. Yep. The mannerisms and everything is just perfect, like Frieren. Wait, what happened to him? Did he get hurt? What the hell happened there? Why does that? Why does she have the? Wait, I don't understand. Oh, I guess because oh, the original also have a. I see. That's interesting. She tries to understand the opponent. Okay. Well. Oh yeah, that's true. Hmm. Oh, there you go. I was okay. I thought that it even replicated the golem. Okay, never mind. That's not what happened. I see. So it took his golem. Wow. Hmm. Uh, yeah, that makes sense. Not that. He's bleeding out. I was thinking, like, is this illusion? Because he did that with the other guy, Scarf. I think that was his name. Hmm. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's true. Hmm. equal in the, or if you improve now, then you can, like, it has copied you up until. Hmm. Oh no, yep. Oh, is land over there? Oh, there he is. So that was an illusion, was it? Or maybe not, no. Oh, did she trick her? Wait, what? Wait, what? Yeah, that was an illusion then. This is an illusion. Yup, there you go. That's why the bottle was fake. Bruh. Oh god. Hmm. Oh wow. Interesting logic, I guess. Hmm. He doesn't want his actions to let others. Right. Hmm. Okay. Wait, I feel like Zenze's isn't Zenze here as well? So could we like encounter her clone? Ooh. Or a mimic. Oh my god, you you say that every time. That's why it's a secret entrance. It is not mapped. What's it? Oh my god. Oh, is that it? Nice. Or it could be a trap. It isn't. Okay. Wait. Ooh. Oh damn, it's like a whole contraption. Oh wow. Okay, this is merely the entrance. She's so proud of herself. Oh god. Uh, hmm. Oh. Hmm. Oh, wait. Ah. Wow. Can we get some, you know? Oh, hopefully there's no traps. Oh my god. Oh, never mind. I thought there was a trap. Uh, the echo. Wait, what the? Yeah. Oh, because oh yeah, because Frieren's clone is there. I forgot about that. At that thing, she's like, okay, let's see what type of monster it is. Oh, it's me. Right. You know what? I didn't think about this. Yeah, technically we will have to come through this route as well, so Frieren can deal with it. I feel like if we work together, it'll we can overpower it. She will know the weakness as well. Exactly. I don't think hypnosis will work here. Oh wow. Hmm. Okay. What? Um. Okay. What did she? Is she buffing her or something? Oh no. Yeah. Oh god. Um. Hmm. Oh my god. Old technique, which makes sense. Hmm. Idle. Ah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, because okay. I was thinking because the clones probably won't have that. Hmm. Oh my god. Oh, this is Idle. Okay. Oh, is that Fern? No, it's it's Sensei, isn't it? I was literally saying that, like, since Zenze is here, shouldn't Zenze's clone be here as well? Oh my god, this is another big problem. I don't think so. Hmm. Well, you have Himmel to thanks for that. I see. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so can you, like, take another route? Hmm. Well, they're trapped over here. So Adel cannot come to us. Yeah. Make it kneel. Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Okay, that's. Hmm. Oh. Oh God. I yo. Oh. Right. Oh boy. Okay. Hmm. Wow. Oh my God. Okay, can you do it? Oh no. Oh my God. Yeah, it doesn't have a mind. Oh my God. Okay, then break the golem. Yeah, there you go. Okay, you guys run. Yeah. Well, I guess that is why she always joins. I'm guessing the teams to go in so that her clone also. Oh, he's all alone. I knew this was going to happen. Like that's why she also goes in, I guess. Hmm. Yes. Okay. Oh, they're all having a whole battle here. Damn. Right. Yeah. Like it's good that each complements each other and is stronger and disadvantageous against the other. Like it's like a cycle. Right. Nice. Hmm. Yeah, let's fist fight. Come on. He did it once. Okay. Oh yeah, just bring in a mimic. I guess that will work. If we can find one. Okay, never mind. I thought they were actually going to do that. That'll be kind of hilarious. They bring in a mimic, and Frieren goes towards it, gets stuck in it. Oh my god. Oh, you know what? That will be actually hilarious. I doubt that's going to happen, but if if in some way that'll actually be hilarious. Everyone will be like, "What the hell? Like what? That's all we had to do." But I guess we cannot really bring in a mimic because like, can we even transport a mimic from one place to another? I don't think we can. But it would have been a viable strategy, just that'll be kind of funny. I doubt that's going to happen, but all right. That is this episode. And yeah, okay, so today's episode, it was interesting because there was one thing I thought in my head was going to happen, and a completely different thing happened, which is kind of funny because now that I'm thinking about it, like what happened today in this episode was something that is like okay, let me talk about it. First of all, what I thought was going to happen is that all of these, like Denken's group, they're going to group together, they're going to fight Frieren, and since there are like four of them, like somehow they might be able to I don't know, like somehow they might be able to like overpower the Frieren's clone. Even though it seems nearly impossible, still I thought that's what's going to happen, and they are also going to, they're going to pass, and then Frieren's group probably will have a fight with someone else. And this is what I thought. I kind of mentioned it while reacting as well. I was like, wait, if Zenze is here, shouldn't her clone be here as well? And what I thought was that, oh, Frieren's group is probably going to fight Zenze's clone. That's what I thought, and I thought that Denken's group will probably be able to defeat this Frieren because there are four of them. Somehow they will be able to do it, and that's how they're going to move forward. I thought that, but what happened today was completely different. One part of it did come true, where I thought that Zenze's clone is probably going to be here as well, and that's exactly what happened. However, like, it's funny to think that I never thought that, oh, obviously, Sid, they're going to the innermost chamber. So Frieren's group will obviously have to pass through here. So let's just wait for her to come. And when she's going to come, obviously we will have a better chance because to fight Frieren, we need another Frieren. Otherwise, it'll be difficult. So yeah, that's exactly what Denken's group. I guess they weren't really trying to exactly do that. They were just sitting down thinking how to fight against Frieren, and that's when Frieren's group came in. I doubt they were waiting for Frieren. They were just probably just there stuck, thinking what to do, how to overpower this monstrosity in front of us. And that's what they were thinking, and that's when Frieren's group came in. But it worked out, because obviously in this test we don't have any reason to fight amongst each other, and we can like fight alongside each other, which is going to help us out to go against like difficult situations like this. So it is perfect. Frieren's group is here. Denken can take her help, and Frieren can also take Denken's group's help, and both of them can join their powers and fight and maybe defeat this clone. So so yeah, that's what happened. They were waiting, thinking what to do, and then Frieren's group came in, so everything is fine. And it turns out Zenze, her opponent, ended up becoming or Zenze's clone's opponent ended up becoming those three. Edel, I think that was her name, that girl, and the other two. Edel got disqualified because she got hurt and she had to use the golem, while those two are running towards us. And like I feel like they're coming in our direction, so we are also going to fight against the clone Frieren. So I'm guessing we will also have to fight the Zenze's clone as well, because it's coming towards us. So that'll be another problem, I guess. But I think we might be able to take care of Zenze because Frieren is here. At least I hope so. Another thing. So does this mean that the reason why Zenze comes inside this dungeon is because she wants the dungeon to copy her and make her clone, and the participants who are participating in this test, and they will be facing that clone ultimately? Is that why she also, maybe because I guess maybe or maybe not, I'm not really sure, because it would make sense if she deliberately, that is the reason why she deliberately ends up going inside the dungeon and alongside the participants. Maybe that is why she does that, so that she knows that, oh, if I come in, like the dungeon is going to make my clone, and that'll be a bigger obstacle against the participants, and it'll make it even more difficult, this test. Maybe that's why she does it, or maybe not. Maybe this is just a byproduct of her coming, and she doesn't really have any intention of doing that, and I don't know. But either way, whatever it is, yeah, the fact that she's inside the dungeon means that her clone is also going to come up, and yeah, that's why this test became even more difficult. So yeah, that's what's happening. Okay, let me see if is there anything else. Okay, now another thing we were able to see here is that one thing they were thinking about is that, does this clone has a mind? Turns out it doesn't, as Edel ended up deducing by the end of it, because she ended up realizing that it doesn't have a mind, which I guess it makes sense because it's a clone, But one thing that was throwing, I'm guessing, everyone off was because how perfectly it replicates the memories and the mannerisms. That's why everyone probably had the suspicion that, oh, maybe it also replicates the mind. Turns out no, it doesn't do it. It's just such a precise magic that it ends up copying everything. Okay, where's that part? I think Edel kind of explains it properly. Where she gets pierced. Okay, where is it? Yeah, she gets pierced in her chest, and okay, I think this is where she deduces. I see. I understand it now. It doesn't have a mind. There you go. And her reasoning is that it is just imitating the original's mind down to the details. So it's not really imitating the mind. It's imitating, not in that sense. It's not really making up a mind. It's just imitating it. So basically, it's not really making a mind. It's just copying it. Like the actual stuff doesn't exist. It's just copying the mannerisms. So that is what, and it's doing it to such a good degree that it seems as if it has a mind. That kind of thing, it's like copying it to such a like a crazy degree that even stuff that someone, for example, here it was Zenze here, something that Zenze would do in a certain situation, it is even copying that. And that is why it gives out the illusion that it has a mind, but it doesn't have a mind. And that is why it makes it even more dangerous, because if it had a mind, at least maybe we could have used hypnosis or stuff like that, as he said, but we can't even do that. So it's crazy, just how how strong this thing is. And I guess in a sense that kind of makes the clone even stronger than the original. Because just think about it. Frieren here, even though Frieren is uh like Frieren cannot be like hypnosis and stuff like that cannot be used on Frieren. As Frieren said, I have like defense on it. I cannot be influenced like that. And that girl, I forgot her name, the big girl, she tested it out and she's like, yeah, she cannot be influenced. Even though she has it, there was still a chance that even that could have been broken. And for example, Edel, as they said, Edel, since she's a specialist in hypnosis and stuff like this, maybe she could have done something and actually like broken Freeren's defense against mental attacks. So maybe she could have done that, but that's only to the original Frieren. This clone doesn't even have a mind, so it even makes it stronger than the original Frieren in that sense, at least. You cannot even use anything to like to go against the like there's no mind that exists, so there's no way like mental attacks is going to help out. So yeah, in that sense, it is it is even stronger than the original Frieren. But I feel like there might be a way we can actually like counter this. Fern has a plan, as we see, like Fern has some idea, some kind of an idea. I think she said that in the end. I do wonder what it is, because I feel like even though it seems like this thing is very strong and it's impossible to go against it, there definitely is must be something that we can use to like to, for example, the weakness. Can we not use, like, I guess Frieren doesn't really have a weakness. That's why I kind of said that, oh, maybe a mimic. Because I guess like that's the only weakness I can see Frieren has, a mimic. Is there any other weakness that she has? Like, I don't know. But Fern has an idea. So I think it just seems that this is very difficult and you cannot go against it. But there must be some type of a thing that you can do, which we'll probably get to know next episode. That we can do to go against this monster. And yeah, let us see what happens. Okay, was there anything else? Oh, the whole Yubel and what was his name? Climb, oh, no, Land, sorry. Wait, who is Climb? Where did that name come from? Oh, Mushoku Tensei. Okay, never mind. Right, Land, yeah. Land, or whatever his name is, he and Yubel, we also got to see that scene, and it's funny to see that Yubel from Land from the beginning was an illusion. So Yubel ends up deducing one of the characteristics or one of the things that like Land has, and that is he doesn't want his actions to end up being the reason for someone's misfortune or death. That is what we saw. So basically, as Yubel was able to deduce that, she also was able to deduce or think that, all right, you know what, if I end up putting myself in a troublesome situation, and like a dangerous situation, he will definitely come and save me, because technically he was the reason why Yubel went at that went out and decided to confront her clone. So that would mean if something happens to Yubel there, it would be in a weird way, it would be Land's fault. So Land didn't want that to happen, and that is why, and Yubel was able to see that, and she was able to, like, I don't know, like use reverse psychology here and exactly go into that type of situation so that Land comes in and helps her out, and that's how she was able to like go against that thing. And yeah, it worked, I guess. So there you go. Also, another thing, Verbal's group. You think about it, Verbal's group is kind of interesting because I don't know. I've seen that like his group is a good balance. It's like a cycle. Someone that Verbal is strong against is weaker against the other person, but like it's like a those cycles that we have, those class affinities, like Oh, like fire beats water. Oh no, sorry, what am I even saying? Water beats fire, fire beats nature, and nature beats water, or something like that. You know, that whole affinity like thing we have in video games. It's kind of like that, I guess, these three. Like each is strong against the other one, but weak against the other one in that sense. I think, which is why, since those clones came in groups, I feel like it was easier for them to deal with them, because since they have three of them, they can each pick the opponent that they're strong against. So you can see here in the end, Verbal said that even though Ares power, like magic power, is so strong that it can like go against both of us, both me and Scarf, and defeat us, still I'm the one who knows how to win a battle. So that is how he was able to like strike in the perfect point to get that win. And it helped, and it happened because there were three of them, and it worked out. He was able to properly deduce how and which character to attack and when to attack to get the win. So I guess that kind of helped out. There was also another thing I was thinking throughout this whole episode, that I don't know if that's going to happen. I doubt it's going to happen, but there's something that came in my mind. I was thinking like, oh, this is a clone which is made by, gaining, like using the memories of the participants who are in here. So, what would happen if we improve now over here? Like when you keep training, keep doing stuff, you improve little by little. What is going to happen if we are able to go go above and beyond our own capabilities? We're able to surpass our own limits in this dungeon. Can we not defeat the clone? Because the clone is technically supposed to be someone who is made before that change happened. So if we are able to surpass our own limits and surpass ourselves, we might be able to defeat the clone. That's what I was thinking. You know, which would have been an interesting thing, but I doubt anything like that is going to happen. Right. Either way, yeah, I think that was it. That was this episode. I'm very curious to see what Fern's plan is. And she says something like, "I have a way to defeat fear." Where is that section? She says something like, "Excuse me." Okay, wait. She puts up a hand. She says, "Excuse me. If that is the case, then I might be able to kill Miss Frieren." Right. You know, I'm just thinking about something. It makes sense why Fern would have like a way to go against Frieren or defeat her, because she's literally her caretaker. She does everything for her. So I feel like, I don't know. Like, she must have some kind of an info that she knows which is Frieren weak against. Like, I'm sure she has. She's literally Frieren's mother. Like what like who's the best person to know how to defeat Frieren? It'll be her. Now that I'm thinking about it. That's funny, because she's like, it makes sense. She's the one who spent the most amount of time with Frieren, and she's been there with Frieren since her childhood. She knows everything about her, and like she literally like wakes her up in the morning to put to like the night she puts her to sleep. That's literally what she does. Like like every single day. That's how much she needs to take care of Frieren. Like yeah, she cannot wake up in the morning. She just oversleeps not every single day, but most of the time, and everything else, like just she helps her out, like tying her hair, everything. So who's the best person to know how to do in this type of situation? It'll be her. Right. That makes sense actually. I do wonder what it will be, what type of like plan she has. It'll be interesting. Also, that part was hilarious. I didn't expect that. What's her name? That new girl. Wait a minute. What is her name? Methode. That's a very interesting name. Methode. That's a very cool name, Like, what? Wow. Like, name in itself seems as if it exudes power. It seems like some kind of a name for a like a demon or something, or like a demigod or something. Methode. And so that part was hilarious. I really wasn't expecting that. Method comes and like hugs Frieren, and she's like, okay, like let's see if you are I can influence you or if I can hypnotize you. I love it. Frieren just hugs her and she's like, oh, what nice smell. And it doesn't end at that. Fern comes in, grabs her, and just drags her away, pouting. That was hilarious. I wasn't expecting that. She drags she drags her. Oh, oh boy, that was funny. Oh. Right. Okay. And that was today's episode. Really good episode. And yeah, let us see what plan Fern has. I'm sure it'll be something very interesting. Okay. Now that was that. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. Okay, the beginning part of this episode, obviously, the Denkins group is going against Frieren, and they're like, yeah, like this will be a problem, a troublesome one. What should we do? And then we move to this guy, the other, what's his name? I've forgotten his name. The other instructor, the one who was in charge of the first one. So he says that, as an information, he says that okay, wait. We refer to the lord of that dungeon as Spiegel, the water mirror demon. Okay. It's a monster from a mythical era that appears in Ewig the Sage's heroic tales. Okay, so it is believed that Spiegel can read the memories of those who enter the dungeon, create clones of its targets. Okay. There are similar monsters that exist today, like the Einsam. We already saw that. We had to deal with it. But what the Spiegel produces isn't some illusion. So yeah, obviously the thing with the Einsam was an illusion. This isn't. This is like an actual thing. They're perfect physical clones with original strength, mana, and even techniques. Yeah. And that is why the ruins of the king's tomb remains unmapped to this day, which makes sense. And why did Zenze choose this dungeon as an exam location? The clones are their equal opponents. In order to defeat them without casualties, one would need to calmly analyze their own selves and work with others. Right, and that's why she chooses it, which it kind of makes sense. Like, it isn't really a foolproof method to reduce casualties, because just think about it. What would happen if a stronger person's clone ends up going against a weaker team? Just like today, we saw what happened. Frieren ended up being the opponent of Denkin's group, and in no way can they go against Frieren. What's going to happen then? They're not evenly matched anymore. So in that sense, it's not really a foolproof way, but at the same time, it is the best way to reduce the amount of casualties. And I'm guessing, since it's not really a foolproof way, that is also one of the biggest reasons why Zenze gives the golems to the students. Not students, sorry, the participants. She gives the golems in case a scenario like this happens. When you're really screwed, you just use the golem. So it's not a foolproof method. It is still the best method to reduce their casualties. And if somehow you still are in trouble, just break the golem vial, and it'll help you out. So yeah, there you go. Now here's the thing. I do wonder, will that golem even be of use against someone like Frieren's clone? I'm just thinking about it. Like, can't the golem be overpowered? What would happen if the golem is overpowered? Just think about it. If against Frieren's clone, somehow someone is in mortal danger suddenly, and they decide to break the glass, the golem comes out, tries to protect him, but Frieren's clone just breaks the golem. I could actually see that happening. What then? Then you're actually screwed. You know, because Frieren's clone is very strong. The golem might be extremely strong, but I feel like Frieren's clone is even above and beyond that. So I'm just thinking about a scenario like that, if that has ever happened. It's something like that probably hasn't happened still. But you know, I'm just thinking about a scenario like that. Either way, as he says, this is the best method to reduce casualties. Even though I think it isn't a foolproof method, it still is the best one. You know, and we have, like, as an insurance, we have the golem with us as well. So yeah, Sensei really wants to reduce the casualties. And right, either way, so they were having that conversation, and while we get to see Denkin's group is just like, you know what, let's just wait and think about it, how can we deal with this thing. And we get to see Climb and no, why am I calling him Climb, god damn it, Land and Yubel. We see these two, and first thing that I thought was like, wait, Land is hurt, huh, that seems suspicious. Is this an illusion? I immediately thought that, but you know, Yubel was talking to him, so I thought maybe not, maybe that is actually the real Land. So Yubel was talking to him, and you know, like, she like asks him, like, you know, like, what should he do. And here's one part that I also kind of misunderstood. When we saw Yubel's clone having that golem, I was like, wait, why does Yubel's clone have a golem? And then I came under the impression that it maybe it copied the golem as well, but turns out no, it wasn't any of that thing. What happened was Yubel's clone came in, attacked Land, and got his golem. So that's what happened. So right, and now she's just waiting because she knows that Yubel has that technique where you can like restrain. So she's just waiting there. And it makes sense. This is exactly how Yubel would do it. You know, like sneak in, attack, and just wait. So that's exactly what the clone is doing. So it is perfect in that sense. So you know, like they're like having some conversation here, and he's like, alright, you know what? You take my golem and you get out of here. Yeah, oh no, wait, I think, oh yeah, Yubel says that, sorry. Because obviously Climb, like, Land doesn't have the golem, so Yubel gives him the golem, and she's like, oh, use it to get away from here. But he's like, no. So you know, Yubel is like, all right, then let me try and get rid of this clone. And she goes and fights the clone, and you can see that here she says something. She says that everything is dependent on luck, because that is how she, okay, where is that part? Okay, if our abilities are equal, then this battle will most likely be decided by luck, which makes sense. You know, it is true. I've never been good with luck, so I never liked fights where luck is a deciding factor. That's why she was trying to bide for time. And yeah, that's why I never thought about my fighting myself. So she gets captured by her clone when she tries to attack, and she's like, oh no, I'm unlucky. But seems like your luck is even worse than mine. Because you know, it makes sense. The clone was also probably, that is the reason why the clone wasn't really attacking us, because the clone was also probably thinking about the same thing that Yubel was thinking, that oh, luck will be a deciding factor. That's why when Yubel came in, the original Yubel came in trying to fight, that is the only time when the clone also started fighting her. So yeah, turns out the original Land was just behind them, and he was able to defeat the clone. So there you go. That golem was an illusion. That means this Land is also an illusion, the one that has been wounded. So she's like, oh, you know, like, so there you go. So that was an illusion. And he says, like, you must have known that the Daimi was a clone. Why did you do such a dangerous thing? Maybe because I'm sure you would come to save me. Okay, so here is where she says that you see, you didn't try to take my bottle, which means that you do not want to let somebody die from your action. So that would mean that if I go and try to fight the clone, that would obviously mean that I'm doing it for you, because obviously if it was her, she wouldn't do it. The fact that she's going and fighting the clone is because of Land, because he's wounded. So that would technically mean if something happens to Yubel, it will be Land's fault in that sense. He didn't want that happening. That is why he decided to aid her. And she was able to read him perfectly. And he's like, oh, very good. Since you're able to read me now, can you use my technique now? And she's like, no, this is still a little bit more left. I need to sympathize with you or understand you a little bit more. So there you go. Now, that was that. Then we get to the next part where Frieren is trying to find out a hidden passage, in an empty room. And Fern is like, come on, like there's no way there's a hidden room. And Frieren's like, don't worry, my gamer senses are tingling. There is definitely a room here. And she just like starts like touching different things, and one of those dials, it rotates and it opens like a pathway. And I love how proud she is. She's like, you saw that? I was correct. She's just so proud. Right. And yeah, they go in and they come to a little place where there is like an inscription, like like the person, the king, whose dungeon this is. That it depicts the achievements of the buried king. I've never seen a mural from the Unified Dynasty era this well preserved. Even Zense says that. So yeah, this is like an actual good rediscovery. Right. So while all of this is happening, Fern is like, things are seeming to be going pretty smoothly. Like, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Like, this is not how it should go. And as soon as they say that, they come across Denken's group, just sitting outside the room. Obviously, what will they do? They're just sitting ducks there. Like, Frieren is just there inside. Right, and they're like, okay, and Denken's like, that thing has been there in for half a day. That monster. And Frieren's like, alright, let me see what type of monster it is. She looks in and she's like, oh, it's me. And if you can see Frieren's like, alright, you know what, this will be interesting because, I've fought a lot of strong opponents, but I've never fought myself, I guess. So this will be interesting. And it does have the same type of strength as Frieren, same type of power, same thought process. Like, it's like a perfect replica. Okay, so Richter says that, okay, right, Frieren says that if it is the perfect replica, then the weakness should be the same as any living mage. At which Richter says, in order to defeat a stronger mage, we need to use restraining magic or hypnosis magic. At which Frieren is like, oh, I have resistance to all of that. So they're thinking what to do. They're like, alright, maybe we should make an opening, then Frieren can defeat it. And all that stuff they're thinking. And even I was thinking, I was like, yeah, you guys, you're like 4 or 5 people. Like, can't you guys just kind of, make it a little bit distracted so that Frieren can defeat it? And that is also what Denken was thinking. And Denken's like, alright, you know what, let's just see. And she tells Methode to go and check whether Frieren really is like resistant to magic, or if Methode's magic will work against her. So she comes and she like hugs her. I guess that's her way of seeing, yeah. And she's like, this is very interesting. Yeah, the restraining spell doesn't work on her. I love how Frieren hugs her. And she's like, oh, you smell nice. It would work as long as there isn't a big difference in one. Like scenes like this always reminds me of Anya from Spy Family, because obviously I'm sure everyone knows same voice actress, Anya's voice actress and Frieren's voice actress. If you didn't know, Anya's voice actress from My Family and Frieren's voice actress is the same. So, like whenever scenes like this happen and she like acts like this, like a little kid, I always like see Anya in her. And I'm like, that's pretty funny because they literally act the same. Both of them are just like, this little, like, this little daredevil, always messing around and just, making trouble for others. And Fern is pouting here. Oh. And then she's like, okay, Miss Frieren, look into my eyes now. And she's like, yeah, hypnosis is not working either. So there you go. Seems like hypnosis magic isn't working either. I cannot break through the mental defense. So you cannot do anything to the clone as well. And another big question pops up. Does the clone even have a mind? Like I said, I love this part where Fern just comes in pouting from the back, grabs Frieren, pulls her back, and like hugs her like this. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, like all that stuff. And Methode says that there is one person, Edel, maybe she can do something, And then we go to Edel and see Edel is also trapped. And I was literally thinking a few moments ago that since Zenze is here, there's definitely Zenze's clone here. Yeah, she is here. Zenze's clone is just there in front of Edel and her group, and Edel is thinking like, what to do, but she's like, nothing I can do against this thing. It is just, like that strong. And she says a few things, like, like a few explanations. She says, first of all, modern magic is not suited to a dungeon battle. To think that the fact that most of the dungeons have been raided during the Demon King's reign would bite us here. Like I said, it's all thanks to Himmel, I guess. Okay, right. We've spent too many resources focusing on creating defensive spell. So that is why they like rely on the things surrounding them to use as magic. So that is similar with Kanne as well. We saw that she utilized water, similar to that. All like modern mages does stuff like that. And she also says, but that thing is really good in that regard as well. Its hair is infused with multiple layers of magic. You might as well assume it has countless ways to fight in the dungeon. That's why it's so strong. So, and she's like, oh, there's no way to win against that thing. Right. So she's like her teammates are like, can you like even like distract it for a moment? And she's like, oh, I can probably do it for a little bit. I can make it kneel probably. And you guys have to like distract it for like 15 seconds. So, and she's like, I doubt you can even go like further than that because, and they immediately see what she was talking about. Zenze's clone starts attacking them. In a matter of seconds, he just destroys everything and, using her hair. And yeah, and they are kind of like, like going against it, using defensive spells and everything, protecting themselves. However, before she's able to use her... no, she... Oh, I see what happened here. So basically, she was able to use her hypnosis. She looked at the eyes. As she said, you need to look at the other person's eyes properly. We've made eye contact. The tendency of superior mages to make sure to keep their enemies in clear sight. She says kneel and okay, so this is where like the whole thing happens. So basically, I feel like she was, at least she thought that, oh, as soon as I tell it to kneel, it'll probably be somehow distracted, or like she had like a little bit of confidence, I'm guessing, that it will work. However, it didn't, because it doesn't even have a mind, which she realized a bit late. By that time, it had already pierced her. So she tells it to kneel, but it doesn't work and immediately gets pierced. And she's like, oh, it doesn't have a mind. So it's impossible to win against it. And yeah, and she's like, all right, you know what? I cannot really do anything. You guys run. Run and try to find some mages who are stronger. And then we can take care of you can take care of this. As for me, I'm just going to retire. And she breaks the vial, the golem comes in, helps her, like grabs her, and just runs. Yeah. And then we also get to see Verbal's group fighting, and like we saw here, as Verbal says, that even though Ere, Scarf, they have their own advantages, Ere is way more stronger than me. However, I am someone who knows how to win. Even though like Ere is stronger than me, I know where to strike to win, and that is how he was able to defeat those clones. I think he shot towards okay, Ares clone was there, and I think like there was like something like cracking. Yeah, I know how to win a fight. And he shoots it. Yeah, he breaks the like wall and everything comes collapsing down. And that is how he was able to go against those clones. Right. And then after that, we are back to Frieren's group again. And Frieren's like, excuse me, if that is the case, then I might know a way to defeat this clone. And Frieren's like, alright, let's hear it. And that's where it ended. That was a good episode, and yeah, I'm very curious as to what Fern's plan is. And like I said, I feel like the only person who would know how to defeat Frieren's clone is Fern, because Fern literally takes care of Frieren every single day. Just like she knows everything about Frieren, and she's the perfect person to know how to counter any type of situation related to Frieren. So yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense why she has a plan. Yeah, and there you go. And I feel like there's a big chance that it is going to be something extremely normal and extremely just so simple. It's probably going to be something so stupid and simple that we'll all be like, what the hell, this is all we needed to do. I feel like that's exactly what's going to happen. And that's why I said like, oh, maybe a mimic, because like I feel like that would be one of the most hilarious and the most stupid way we can actually defeat this Frieren. But I doubt we can do that, because like I don't think we can carry a mimic here. If we could, I feel like that would have been the best way to deal with this situation, because Frieren's weakness is mimic. We literally saw that. She cannot stop like poking her head inside a mimic. That's all she does. She always opens a mimic and gets eaten by it. So that is the perfect way to counter this Frieren. But like I said, I doubt it is possible, because to do that we need to carry a mimic here and bring it inside here. I doubt we can do any of that. So I don't think that's what's going to happen, but it might be something very similar to that. Very simple, very like normal and funny, and in the end we'll be like, oh my god, that's all we needed to do. Or maybe not, I don't know, but there's a possibility it's going to go in that direction. And if it goes in that direction, that's going to be hilarious. And yeah, so there you go. That is it. That is my reaction to this episode. This is episode number 24 of Sousou no Frieren. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Sousou no Frieren. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.